Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Please, can we settle down? We're about to commence the program officially. We're about to commence the program. Please, can we reduce the movement? As the conferees walk into the hall, all of us are expected to be on our feet to usher them in. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is the procession of the conferees. These are very distinguished engineers who have distinctively distinguished themselves in the field of engineering practice and have been found worthy to be elevated to the highest cadre of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. This is the procession of the conferees. The procession is led by Engineer Dr. Victor Oyenuga, please. Engineer Victor Oyenuga is a member of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Today, these distinguished engineers will be honored with the highest honor of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, that's the fellowship. Following the conferee procession, committee and members of the Board of Fellows. This is the procession of the members of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Today, these engineers who have distinctively distinguished themselves in the field of engineering practice will be honored with the fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Here comes the presidential mace bearer, ushering in Mr. President, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. The national anthem. are still standing, let's take the opening prayer, second stanza of our national anthem. Let's recite together as we say, O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true. Great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. Please, can we take our seats? A very warm good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Engineer Ben O.C. Oko, the Director of Programs for today's event. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, an umbrella organization for the engineering profession in Nigeria since its inception on 16 February 1958, has remained committed in promoting the advancement of engineering education, research, and practice in all its ramifications. It has also played a pivotal role in organizing quality programs aimed at developing the human capacity of its members, sensitization and enlightenment of the public, and provision of quality advice to the policymakers and stakeholders alike. The fellowship dinner is a quarterly event of the Nigerian Society of Engineers to honor and specially recognize individuals who have distinctively distinguished themselves in their careers and in every sphere of human endeavor. Over the years, the society has also used the fellowship conferment dinner to x-ray issues of national importance, and seasoned professionals from different sectors of our economy have been invited as guest speakers. On behalf of the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and the Chairman of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Felix Atume, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, I warmly welcome you to the 14th Fellowship Conferment Lecture and Ceremony with the theme, Deploying Engineering Solutions to Address Core Social Challenges in Nigeria, special reference to insecurity, unemployment, and out-of-school children. Seated in this beautiful auditorium of the National Engineering Center, very distinguished engineers and the special guests who have joined us for this epoch-making and historic event. I want also to inform us that we are not just joined by those in this hall, we are joined from different parts of the world through Zoom. Some of us who are not resident in Abuja are also going to be conferred today with the fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We are going to be doing that virtually in line with the protocols of COVID-19. It is therefore my honor to acknowledge the presence of the following. Let me, in a very special way, acknowledge the presence of our host, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We prefer to call him President Babagana Mohammed, PBM. Just seated beside, emphasis on beside the president, is his amiable wife. You know, when I was growing up, we were told that behind every successful man, there is a woman. But beside Mr. President, there is a very beautiful woman seated beside him, and that is the wife of the president and the president of the Spouses Forum of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Ajia Aisha Umma Babagana. You're welcome, ma. I'm afraid that in future we may have, before every successful man, there is a woman. We shall wait until that comes. Let me acknowledge the presence of the Deputy President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Tasu Sahad Gedari Wudil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Also, we have seated beside Engineer Wudil, Vice President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Aishatu Ali Umar, FNSC. Also, we have the Chairman of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Felix Atume, FNSC MNI. You're welcome, sir. Let me respectfully acknowledge also the presence of some of the executive committee members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers here present. All the members of the executive committee of NAC, you are duly, respectfully, and honorably recognized. In a very special way, let me also acknowledge the presence of our past president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, 1998-1999, Engineer Charles Aniweta Mbanefo, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Also, we have a company of the members of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. And I want to, in a very special way, duly and respectfully, acknowledge the presence of all the members of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers here present. Because of time, we may not take all the names. Let me also, in a very special way, acknowledge the presence of our guest. Okay, I think I saw him earlier, the guest speaker for, okay, he's coming. Let me especially acknowledge the presence of all our branch chairmen in the house. Please, all the branch chairmen here in the house, you are duly recognized. And also all the national chairmen of our divisions, you are duly and respectfully recognized. Of course, I have to recognize our fellows. All fellows in the house, you are duly, respectfully, and honorably recognized. And of course, our members, all members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers in the house, and our spouses, most importantly, our spouses who have joined us for this event, and of course, all the conferees. Please, can all the conferees stand up for recognition? Please, can we put our hands for them, please? Today is their day. All the conferees, those who are here and those who are joining us via Zoom, you are duly and respectfully recognized. I think we are going to pause with the recognitions here so that we can run with the program. As we run with the program, we are going to still take more of the recognitions. Once again, thank you, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, he has a physical and moral precision of mind which has enabled him all through his varied career to rise far above the ordinary levels of his generation. He's a man of refreshing character like most great leaders and has served this great society with every sense of dignity and humility. His legacies of public service are simply unbeatable in every conceivable parameter. He's a 1981 graduate of the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. He rose through the ranks of the Benue State Civil Service until he became the Director of Civil Engineering. He served as the Director of Benue State Rural Development Agency, BEDA, before he was appointed the Honorable Commissioner of Works in Benue State from 1997 to 1999, making him the youngest commissioner then in Benue State. He also served as the chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Makurdi branch, the executive secretary of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and the registrar of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN. He also served as the general secretary of the Federation of African Organization of Engineers. He's an alumnus of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS Kuru. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to invite the chairman of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, our very distinguished Engineer Felix Atume, FNSC MNI, to present his welcome address. Thank you. Mr. President, thank you for this event. We at the board were scared of the COVID-19 pandemic, but you encourage us that if we politicians are meeting, are campaigning, why won't engineers also meet? So I thank you for this event. This evening, Mr. President, we have a wonderful engineers gathered. The Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers has screened these engineers and found them to have contributed a great deal to development of the engineering profession. Some are in research, some are in industries, some are with government. They are here gathered, 50 of them, with their spouses. Distinguished conferees, I want to congratulate all of you. Can you say thank you to yourselves? This evening, Mr. President, we present these wonderful engineers for you to confer the highest honor of the fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. This honor is not just given to anybody. Once you have this, you become a proud member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, that you can stand tall anywhere and speak on behalf of the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers with confidence. We're lucky we have one of us that is going to address the topic of deploying engineering solutions to address core social challenges in Nigeria, special reference to insecurity, unemployment, and out-of-school children. He's going to be with us here very soon, Engineer Dr. Omar Bindri, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, one-time DG, and also a former Secretary to State, Adamawa State Government. He's going to be here with us. Mr. President, let me again inform this wonderful gathering. The NSC has a strength now of about 74,000 engineers. We can say with all sense of responsibility that we've come so far. These few people who are going to to 2009, Vice Chairman 2009 to 2011, and Chairman 2011 to 2012. He also featured prominently at the national arena and served as Vice President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers for the years 2014, 2015, and 2016, and Deputy President for 2018 and 2019. On Saturday, the 11th day of January 2020, at the African Hall of the International Conference Center, Abuja, he took the oath of office as the 32nd President of the Great and Honorable, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and pledged to uphold the dignity and integrity and the ideals of the engineering practice and profession. He has brought quality, excellence, eloquence, and resourcefulness to the leadership of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. This is the moral fiber of the man who pilots the affairs of the Great and Honorable, the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We know his quality, we also know his character. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome on stage to present his remarks the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, our very indefatigable President Babagana Mohammed. Please, can we put our hands together for him?
Thank you very much. Let me stand on the well-established protocol because of time. This gathering will not exceed 2 hours. Whatever we are going to do is going to be very snappy, but we must do it to the excellent form. My speech, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of the 14th Fellowship Conferment Lecture and Ceremony of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSC. I wish to commend the new entrant into the fellowship cadre of the society for their contribution to the growth and development of engineering in Nigeria, which has earned them this upgrade. I welcome and appreciate members of their families, particularly spouses and friends who have joined them to witness this important event. On a sad note, let me formally announce the passing of one of our conferee designate, who is also supposed to be honored today. He is my classmate. His name is Engineer Yusuf Balami, MNSC, who passed in the course of a few weeks ago. Please let's stand and observe a 1-minute silence in his honor. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. The timing of this crucial conferment has unfortunately coincided with a period when our government, like other national governments across the world, is battling the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic, which is threatening the every existence of mankind. This unwanted scenario has forced all of us to adjust our program of activities. Hence, the arrangement for us to stagger this event to hold between today and tomorrow, and even extend broadcast online via Zoom and Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate 50 engineers of distinction who will soon become fellows of our great and honorable society. They are joining the League of Allied Professionals in delivering the value service to the development of our beloved nation. The Board of Fellows has screened your documented records, submissions, and participations in the various activities of our society, and such has found you worthy in learning, practice, and character fit to be recognized as a good ambassador of the great and honorable Nigerian Society of Engineers. This day marks the commencement of a journey of responsibility for all of you. It will now become your duty to first and foremost carry the banner of our society higher anywhere you go. We expect you to carry yourself always with dignity and conformity with this fellowship bestowed on you. You are duty bound to uphold and defend the standard and ethics of our society. Importantly, it is your responsibility to be a role model for younger engineers and those who need inspirations to join the engineering family. Let me commend the Board of Fellows, ably led by our own, His Excellency, Engineer Felix Atume, FNSC MNI, which has painstakingly gone through the diligent process of selecting the caliber of engineers to be conferred tonight. I congratulate you all. This is also an occasion to celebrate the success of your work. COVID-19 is real. We must observe and stay within the protocols. I thank you all for coming and wish you success in your endeavors. Thank you very much. We are done.
We can actually do better than that. Thank you, Mr. President, for that beautiful address. We are doing everything possible to ensure that we live here in the next 1 hour. And bet us we are going to achieve that. I've been informed that the guest lecturer had a minor problem with his system. He's trying to sort that out, and they have been instructed we should be going straight into the conferment program. On that note, may I invite the chairman of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Felix Atume, to lead us to the conferment of fellowship on these distinguished engineers. Thank you very much. Mr. President, as you rightly said, we are going to observe the COVID-19 protocol today. In the past, we used to call the conferees up here, decorate them, give them a cap. We're going to change that slightly this evening. We will call them up here, 5 in number, probably read their brief citation, and allow the president to give them the fellowship in line with the laid down protocol. On this note, Mr. President, I have my Oga who is outside here. Can I have the, will you look at that yet here? The first, why the secretariat? Secretariat. I mean the certificates and all. Okay, can you just turn around to your friend and say, how are you doing today? Then you say, I would like to congratulate you so far for surviving COVID-19. It will not come close to you at all. Yes, but where are the certificates? Yeah, yes. You have said that. My brother or my sister, you will be completely protected here and forever. Say that again. Thank you very much. Mr. President, we are now set. Let me humbly call on Engineer Andrew Yisa Adama. Engineer Adebayo Joseph Adedayo. Engineer Adebayo Adiola. Engineer Dr. Ayedoji Temidayo. Temidayo here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And Engineer Anthony Aguadiru. Sorry if the name is not well pronounced. Can the 5 people come up here? Mr. President? Oh, you look at we arrange it. Mr. President? Why are you moving again? Just humbly, so that we can move to it. Mr. President, don't be Andrew. Yeah. The way we call you people. Mr. President, yeah. Okay.
Thank you. No. Keep it here. Keep it here. Yes, we are good.
What is the secretary?
Where's my own?
The first one who's Andrew. Myself. Why you take you the paper? I did for the president. This COVID is creating problem for me today. My secretary has somebody should be giving me this at the time, isn't it? They are not for the candidate.
Sorry, sir.
Thank you. According to their names. Good.
Okay, go ahead.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of the Nigerian State of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Isa Andrew Adama, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations. Your cap? Okay. Correct. Thank you.
Next, can we get the next one?
Give me all. Okay. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian State of Engineers, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Adebayo Joseph Adedayo, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Adebayo Adiola Ademilua, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of the Nigerian State of Engineers, and the Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Ayodeji Temidayo Adeyemo, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Anthony Chukweloka Agwaniru, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations.
I will sit here.
Okay.
The next set is Engineer Buka Baba Aji. Engineer Buka Baba Aji. Engineer Akin Nabde. Abidoye, Emmanuel Abidoye. Engineer Victoria Adekpoju. Engineer Victoria Adekpoju. She here? Engineer Dr. Amao. Engineer Dr. Amao. Engineer Pius Analo. Pius here? Maybe the other ones are watching online.
I'm always online.
So we have to get it until we have 5 people here.
Okay.
Engineer Dr. Mike Arimawa. Is Dr. Mike here? Is Dr. Mike here? Engineer Daniel Ashade. Yeah, Daniel Ashade. Engineer Stanislaus Bassi. Engineer Bassi, is he here? Right. Stanislaus. Yeah. Okay, Bassi.
Bassi. Atikami.
Atikami, yeah. So that's just 2 people. Okay, I must get 5. Engineer Dr. Babalola or On Babalola. That's 3 now. Engineer Haruna Bala. Engineer Haruna Bala. Is he here? Not here. Oh, you're here? All right. That's 4 now. Engineer Dr. Bokowe. Engineer Dr. Bokowe. Is he here?
6.
Oh. You were hiding. That's why. So I have stopped here now. No problem. Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
We'll start with Baba Aji.
Yes. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of the Nigerian State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, confer on you, Engineer Bukar Babaji, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you, Engineer Emmanuel Akimpade, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations. No, we have used hand sanitizer, so that's no problem. Yeah. That's why you use hand sanitizer, so you can shake. Yes, it works. Okay, fine. Fine. This is for my boss. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian Society of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Mrs. Victoria Adepeju Akpomuje, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you, Engineer Ibilola Amao, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian Society of Engineers. She's on Zoom. Amao is on Zoom. I can see Amao. Amao can see me. Amao, congratulations. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes. So please get over her materials to her, send it to Lagos office so that she can pick it from Lagos office. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Stalos Basi Atekame, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations. Stand. Atekame. Atekame.
Because of the online thing.
Yes. Basi Atekame. Wait.
What is score? Yes. The score protector. President is a mix of the habitual.
Yeah. We will manage it out.
Yeah.
This is the first one, so tomorrow it will be better.
All right.
Okay, sir. Okay, man.
Next one is Babalola. Please pick Babalola.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Basil. Babalola is next.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of the Nigerian State of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you the Distinguished Fellowship, Engineer Abdurrashid Babalola, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Go now. Don't take our time.
Haruna Bala.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of the Nigerian State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Haruna Bala, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, collect your pack. Yeah. Bokoe. Thank you, sir. Bokoe. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of the Nigerian Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Nigeria Bokoe, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Correct. Oh, yeah, that's correct. Ah, you're very lucky. Okay, to go to you.
Thank you. It's a privilege.
Yes, it's a privilege.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you very much. Emmanuel Bokowe, correct.
So that we take those who are online.
Online, okay. Okay, sir.
So far.
Yes.
And then we now continue.
So can we get those online? What do you mean? Me, I'm calling the names. Yes. Who is that?
Analo.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we call it a new normal. We have people online waiting to be called.
So we are calling them.
So we're trying to sort them out. So you'll bear with us that this is the new normal. Engineer Pius Analo, is he online? Engineer Pius, is he online? If we don't see you online, that means you are not participating. Next.
They gave us the name.
Yeah, but fine. Is Pius online?
They gave us the name.
Right.
Mr. President,
Next. Mr. President, can you confirm?
just confirm.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria Engineers, the President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman of Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Nwadigo Pius Analo, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State Engineers. Congratulations, Pius. Congratulations.
Next.
Daniel Omosanya.
Daniel.
Also,
Ashade.
yes.
Daniel Ashade. Daniel Ashade. Is he online? Engineer Daniel Ashade. Engineer Daniel.
Yes, it's online.
All right.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria Engineers, the President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Daniel Omosanwan Ashadi, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigeria State Engineers. Congratulations. Thank you very much. First, Fastinos Imodu, Brai.
Oh.
Fastinos.
Okay,
Bread.
Fastinos bread. I haven't come to that.
Fastinos.
I haven't come to that one yet.
Yeah, it's okay. We can take him.
Only one person between.
Yeah,
Where is it?
we can take him. He's just standing already.
Where is it?
He's just standing.
Fastinos, where is the name here?
Is that Fastinos?
Okay, you can read him, Mr. President.
Is that Fastinos? Thank you very much. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigeria Engineers, President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you, Engineer Fastinos Imodu Brai, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations. Dako.
Yes.
Engineer Dako, are you online?
Is Engineer Dako online? All right.
Thank you.
Good.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria Engineers, President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Mujedu Stanley Dako, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Right, Mr. President, can you take a seat? Are we done with the online?
So far,
Okay, fine. So we can get the
I remember. I think it's better we give you this so that before we go back to your we miss this man and wait the next time.
No, I didn't miss it. Buba is here.
I remember.
Arimawa. No, I didn't miss it. Okay, we now go back to the physical. Engineer Abubakar Buba. Engineer Abubakar Buba, are you here? Engineer Mohammed Odaudu. Is Mohammed here? Is Mohammed here? Engineer Boaz David. Boaz David, is he here? Right.
Mr. Chairman, this Arimawa is there to the berry before Analo.
No way now. Didn't
Yeah,
see.
you are not using different this thing now.
Well,
Yeah, come, go back. This is him.
oh, it's online.
No, it's not online.
No, that's all. Is it physical?
Yes, Arimawa, is he here? Engineer Arimawa.
I called the name. He's not here. I called the name. He's not here. He's not here and he's not online. You have confused me now. I stopped at Engineer Boaz David.
Yes, I'm here, sir.
All right, very good. Engineer Festus Yusuf Daudu. Is Festus here? Very good. No, he's here. Festus is here? Engineer Benjamin Esan. Is Benjamin here? How many of you now? 3. Okay. Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Jumoke. Is Elizabeth here? Very good.
Abubakar Buba.
Engineer Buba.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of the Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Abubakar Buba, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations. Correct. Boss, yeah. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of Nigeria State of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Boaz Toluatope David, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations. This is one man who refused to come early. He was running away. We caught him. Festus, yes.
I also know about it.
Thank you, sir. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you, Engineer Festus Daudu, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations. see him here.
See him. That is a candidate to Miss Wonder. You see? He's just he's level.
We suffer from the
Because you must have to call Miss Wonder today. We have a
Esan.
Show. Esan.
Yes.
Esan, yes.
I,
Okay, Esan.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria Engineers, the President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Folorunsho Benjamin Esan, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Aisha, is Aisha there? Come and help us decorate.
Elizabeth.
There's a lady here, and I don't want.
I look at Louis.
No, I don't want.
I look at an old man.
All right. Yes. So next is Elizabeth.
Yes, sir. She's good?
Yeah, Elizabeth. Yeah, okay.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria Engineers, the President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you, Engineer Mrs. Elizabeth Jumoke Etirogo, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations, Afwen. Okay, started to cast. Engineer Branch. Adebayo. Adebayo is standing. Adebayo. Adebayo, yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm doing yes, sir.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigeria Engineers, the President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you, Engineer John Funsho Adebayo, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We're making progress. We have Engineer Festus Green. Is Engineer Festus Green here? Festus Green, is he here?
Online.
Is he online? Festus Green, is he online? Is Festus online? Right. So Secretary know that Festus is not here and is not online. Our fellowship is conferred today if you are online or you are physically here. Engineer Emmanuel Obi, is he here? Is Engineer Emmanuel Obi here? Is he online? Engineer Obi, is he online? Engineer Catherine Ngozi, is Engineer Catherine Ngozi here? Is Engineer Catherine here? Is she online? Engineer Austin Joseph over here. Is Austin here? Is Austin online? We can't see him yet. Engineer Austin. Right. No, don't worry. You'll confuse me now. Engineer Austin, online. Mr. President, Engineer Austin is online.
Thank you, sir. Engineer Austin. Engineer Austin, are you online? Thank you very much. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of Nigeria Engineers and the Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Austin of V. Joseph, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. President, can one more seat?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Next is Engineer Joshua Korede Adekoge. Is he here? Engineer Joshua, are you online? Engineer Joshua. It's online. Can I have Engineer Joshua here?
It's in hand.
Yes, I'm
I,
here.
Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you, Engineer Adegoke Joshua Korede, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations. Thank you, Joshua.
Next is Engineer Samson Angaya. Engineer Samson here? Engineer Samson, he's online. Engineer Samson, is he online? Engineer Dauda Musa. Is Dauda Musa here? Dauda Musa, can you come up? These are the fiscal ones. Engineer Edmond Nkalu, is he here? Edmond, are you here? Right. Engineer Patrick Nweze, is Patrick here? Patrick Nweze, is he here? Right. Engineer Geoffrey Nwokoye, is Geoffrey here? Geoffrey, is Geoffrey here? Is Geoffrey here? Is he online? Engineer Lawrence Opangachi. Lawrence Opangachi. Is Lawrence here? Lawrence online? Can I get Lawrence? Okay, Lawrence is there. Can I get Lawrence? Please? Sorry, let me finish. I want to
Yes, I'm online.
Engineer Lawrence. Thank you very much. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of the Nigeria State of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Lawrence Opangachi Ode, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. President.
very good. It's Engineer Dr. Osaro Odiase. Is Odiase here? Engineer Odiase, is he here? All right. Come up, physical conferment. How many of them there now? That's you're 5 already? 4. Remain 1 person. Is Engineer Tony here? Ogwara. Engineer Tony Ogwara, is he here? Anthony is here? Right. I have 5 people. Can I make 6? Engineer Olorun Waju Ojo. Is Ojo here? Ojo is online. Is Ojo here, Mr. President? Can you confirm? Give me Ojo.
Ojo is online?
Online, yes.
Yes. Engineer Ojo, I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Olarenwaju O. Ojo Aromukudu, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Dauda Musa, the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations. Congratulations. It's my chairman. He has to go out, yes. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Edmond Chukwuemeka Nkalu, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations. We should do that side. Let's shoot there. Let's shoot that side.
Where's it? Flag for
Nkalu.
flag for Patrick.
No, for Nkalu.
For Nkalu. What about Nkalu? Edmond. Okay. Sorry.
Congratulations. Patrick, correct. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you, Engineer Patrick Nnamdi Mwezi, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations. Patrick Nnamdi Mwezi, correct. Nagos. Yes, Osaro Nagos is here. Osaro, move there. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, President of Nigerian State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Osaro Odiase, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Is Anthony here?
Yes, Anthony.
This is my own friend.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anthony, your turn.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. At last we have catch this man.
Thank you, sir.
I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, President of Nigerian State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Chukwuemeka Anthony Ogwara, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You have to keep him. Where is his? Yes. Please decorate him. Yes. Put your cap. Tony Okwara Chukwemeka, correct. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Oh, we are done. Thank you.
Engineer, okay, Sonia. Is okay, Sonia here? Right. My own engineer, Ben Osita Oko. Is Ben here? Ben, is he here? Engineer Dr. Dayo. Ola Debeye. Is Dayo here? Very good. Engineer Professor Oni. Professor Oni, is he here? Prof. The first person is Ben. No, you are number 2. The second person. Yes, then you follow. Then I think there's a prof coming. Prof Oni is coming. Daudu. But we'll call him. We'll call him. He's not around. Okay, no, he's not around. But we'll call again. Don't worry. Engineer, how many are you now? 4. Prof Oni? Yeah, Engineer Rufus. Is Engineer Rufus here? Engineer Rufus, is he online? Engineer Rufus, is he online? Hey, Vice Marshal Jomo Osahu. Hey, Vice Marshal, is hey, Vice Marshal here? How many are you now? Where? Hey, Vice Marshal, okay. Is hey, Vice Marshal here? Engineer Dr. Atilade, is he here? Engineer Dr. Atilade, is he here? Is Atilade online? Dr. Atilade, is he online? I will wait for him. Okay,
I'm
Atilade.
here. I'm here.
Atilade.
I'm here.
Okay, Mr. President, Atilade is online.
Yeah.
Yes. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigeria State of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Olufemi Atilade Oshini, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Engineer James. No. Atilade. Engineer Babafemi Oluseun.
That was good.
Babafemi, is he online? Okay, he's there. Babafemi online, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Online, yes.
Correct. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of Nigeria State of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Babafemi Oluseun Otubanjo, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Robbie James online.
No, he's here. He's here. It's in the hall.
Robbie James.
Owivri.
Oh, the one coming.
Robbie Owivri James. Former Chairman, nice. He's here.
All right. How many of them now?
5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Correct.
Not too much.
Yeah, I will take it.
Yeah. Engineer Daniel Chima. Is Daniel Chima online? Daniel Chima. Are you physical? Yeah, Daniel. Don't worry. Daniel Chima and Innocent Obona. Is Innocent here? Innocent online. Innocent is there.
Yeah. Innocent Ogbonna. Thank you very much. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of Nigeria State of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Innocent Ogbonna Ikejanya, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations.
I love you. Cherry.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure I'm happy I made your day. Oh, the devil is a liar. I almost forgot.
Yes, I am correct. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of Nigeria State of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Bolahan Adedoyin Okesanya, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations.
No, obviously that's the essence of our country.
The great Ben. The great Ben, at last. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigeria engineers, the President of Nigeria State of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Benjamin Osita Oko, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations, Ben. Yes. Yeah, where are you? Good to hear now. Where is the flag?
No pin, no plan.
No, everything has a flag. You set it down here.
Then do we wait until you sort it out? No, I understand. But, no problem.
Then we can move.
The flags are there. The flags are around. Where are the flags? Go and bring them. The pins are around.
Okay, no problem. We will provide. For the purpose of photographs, we will provide. But that will come and make your policy. That's the most important thing.
But no. That does not look too good. It doesn't look too good. They have it. They have the flags and they have it. They can bring it out here.
No, let's get it to the essence of the case. Yeah. No, if you do it, obviously, we are here because of.
Don't go that side.
It's very important.
Oh, okay, don't go that side. Don't go that side. No. It's secretarial problem. Everything is on ground. So Aisha, come here, please. Come, quick, don't waste time. What's not having, there are no flags. Please talk to them. Talk to them. Not do them.
Are you presenting all the signal? Everything is there. Everything is
Meta back number.
Oh, ask Terry.
Go and get Terry for me. Go and get Terry for me. I don't like nonsense.
Mr. President, solve the problem.
It is deliberate. It's deliberate. It's deliberate. Problem from the secretary happened. By the powers, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigeria engineers, President of Nigeria State Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Dayo Hefziba Alade Beyi, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria State of Engineers. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Next is Engineer Professor Oni.
Give me a flag, my brother. Give me anything there and a flag. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigeria engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of Nigeria State Engineers, by the powers vested on me, I hereby confer on you, Engineer Kayode Carol Oni, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria Society of Engineers. Congratulations, sir.
Next is Engineer A. Vice Marshal Jomo. A. Vice Marshal.
As I'm doing, you cannot even set it up now. As I'm doing this thing, you cannot set it up, right? I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Oyemachi Jomo Osaho, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
Yes. Okay, fine.
Wibri, come here. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Robbie James Owibri, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
Last but not least, Innocent Okona.
Maga. Thank you. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Chima Daniel Udoha, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations, sir.
Mr. President, these are the lessons we learned.
Yeah, of course.
But they are very stupid. You know, Mr. President, let me tell you that we give you all the respect. Secretary doesn't handle this thing. We handle as a board. We handle this thing as a board. Lessons have been learned today. Thank you. Yeah, lessons have been learned. Thank you, sir. Engineer Kamilu Dauda online. Engineer Kamilu Dauda online. Online, Kamilu. Engineer Kamilu, is he there? President?
Yes, he's raising his hand. Yes.
Hello all. Good evening.
Yes, I can hear you. Good. I, Engineer
My
Babagana
Excellency the
Mohammed,
President.
FNSC, by the grace of God and the common will of Nigerian engineers, President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, confer on you, Engineer Mohammed Kamilu Dauda, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Green.
Engineer Demery Green. Engineer Demery Green. Are you online? Thank you very much, Demery Green. I, Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSC, by the grace of God and common will of Nigerian engineers, the President of Nigerian Engineers and Chairman in Council, by the powers vested on me, hereby confer on you, Engineer Demery Festus Green, the Distinguished Fellowship of Nigeria Center of Engineers. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Rufus Onimisi. Rufus Onimisi. Are you online? Rufus. Rufus Onimisi, are you online? Rufus Onimisi, are you online? Rufus Onimisi, are you online? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We need
Do we take this or leave it?
Sir?
Do we take this or do we leave it?
Yeah, it's not. It can't be conferred.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's not online. Cannot be conferred.
Thank you, sir.
Those who like he cannot be conferred.
Thank you, sir.
What of those, sir?
Then we take him to tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
If they join tomorrow, fine.
Those who? I think it was here. I think it was conferred online.
Yeah.
It was conferred online.
Yeah.
So if they're here tomorrow, can
You
confer.
confirm him. Okay,
Thank you
sir.
very much, Mr.
Okay.
President.
Then you keep this.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are still on time. We'd like to call on our guest lecturer for today. He is not going to talk long, but he's talking on a very topical issue. Please let us give him attention. Our own engineer, Dr. Umar, fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, PhD, is a guest speaker, former secretary to Adamawa State Government, former Director General, former everything. He was supposed to give us an address before the conferment. We give him just 10 minutes to summarize what he wants to say as a way of saying that we're going to punish him for not getting well on time, but he was caught in traffic. He was caught in traffic, so we can pardon him. Mr. Guest Speaker, Mr. President, can I allow him to talk? All right, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. All other former presidents, I respectfully beg to recognize all of you with this one single protocol line. I don't have time. As you see, this Benue man, where is he, has already contained me. I will just go straight to the paper. It's very brief. It's actually only 3 minutes. My name is Umar Bindir, and this is my CV. But I call your attention to the last one. I have done most of bits and pieces without any success, but now I am a social entrepreneur. And what I mean by that is that in Yola town, in my hometown, 15 years ago, I bought this place and I smashed it down and I built this on it. And the reason for that is I established Bindir Knowledge Development Center International with the Corporate Affairs Commission registered. In that center, I have an IT center that can accommodate 100 children, and I do that. I put 100 children. I even go to the community. I pick out of school children. I put them in the highest level of IT facility, and I'm happy to report to you that every single day, I put in 100 children in this center free of charge, courtesy of Nigerian engineers. But today, I want to also interest you to be part of it, because attached to the center, as you see there, is also a sports area where I want children to mingle together. I was the director of sports, which is what the engineers don't know. I was the director of sports of this country. And I was the one who produced Samson Siasia when I was in the office. And I realized that sports can put people together. It can crack tribalism. It will crack religious differences, and it cracks everything. So I put a small place This is the place there. I even electrified it with solar. They can play at night. I have 3 courts of badminton and 3 tables of table tennis. They can play 5 aside, but now I'm trying to roof it so that they can play in the day and also in the rain. This is how it will look like, and it will also serve as a community center. And there is, all of you are invited to partner with me, contribute so that we can build this together. And I put NSE fellows, this year's fellows, 2020. So by the time I leave here, I expect you to empty your pockets. Thank you very much. But today, we'll be talking about, now you are fellows. You are the highest level of the echelon of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. How do we deploy what you know as solutions to address some key social challenges in our country? And I have chosen 3, but I'll just deal maybe with 1. Insecurity is a problem in this country. Unemployment is a problem in this country, and out-of-school children is a social crisis in this country. And so you have been conferred, 14th session. So this fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, what is it? What value has the president? You saw him, he spent all his time calling your names individually and giving you badges and certificates. Who are you and what are you expected to do? Now, I can tell you just with this slide, you being fellows and all of us being engineers, we are expected to showcase the vibrance, the connectivity, and efficiency of highest level of knowledge based on science, technology, and innovation. If you don't connect these to solve problems, this is the master key. Our leaders can say whatever they like, this is it, and there's no cutting corners. You can play around, you can spend as much money as you like, but if engineers, technocrats do not deploy science, technology, and innovation to solve problems, it's not going to work. So, I picked this science, technology, and innovation. We are either separately in those 3 houses, or some of us are very good, and they're in all the 3 houses. So I put them in 3 houses just to explain briefly. If you pick science, there are some of us here who are professors. Their whole career is here, showcasing the ability to study issues, generate knowledge, discover things, and then document and make presentations like this very arrogantly. These people, some of them, are pure academics and they are engineers. If you just concentrate on only producing engineers who are in the academics, what you're going to get is only knowledge, expertise, and specialization. If all of us are only in this class, Nigeria will still have to import rice from Vietnam. You need another class of engineers added to these people. That is what takes you to technology house. So some of us, again, in addition to this science, we are also in the house of technology because we have the ability to transform the scientific information and knowledge into socio-economic solutions. These solutions sometimes on their own is not as useful as people think. Why? Because they are only intellectual property. Many of us here are working in universities. They are complaining, why are our leaders not using us? Why do we see Lebanese constructing roads? Why do we see Europeans constructing roads? Because we are at this level where we just have knowledge and we can demonstrate that we can do 1 or 2 things. And it is a skill, and I have this special word to you fellows and most of us, to transfer this knowledge you have, to connect it to where it is needed, is called technology transfer. This is a specialization. If you're not good at it, you will just sit with your knowledge and you are making noise thinking that people don't like you. And that is what moves you into innovation. Innovation is the dynamic deployment of solutions to competitively meet and sustain socio-economic development. This is an issue in our country. And here, everybody is there. So don't claim that you're an engineer and you should be in the innovation camp, because in this house, you get the economists. They know how to manage things. You get finance people. They are the ones who are going to get you money. You get lawyers. They are the ones to protect you, your intellectual property and whatever. Everybody can be in this house, and the engineer is only the key. This is the most important if you want to solve, because this is where you see product. So if we look at our Nigerian case, just typically, because that's theory, you look at our universities As we speak, we have 171 universities full-fledged. Affiliated institutions that are using other universities to give degrees, there are 55. So in essence, we have nearly 226 universities, higher than any African country. Not even South Africa has got this number. In addition to that, we have 559 polytechnics and related institutions in this country. In addition to that, we have 156 colleges of education, tertiary, and research institutions, we have more than 300. All these with a lot of engineers in them producing knowledge, trying to translate the knowledge into solutions and trying to innovate. So the science in Nigeria is actually very healthy. We are in space science. Space science is what created the internet. We are there, we have a research there. We have laboratories. We are doing biotechnology. We are doing also, in fact, publications. Other than South Africa, Nigeria is the highest publisher. That is how people become senior lecturers, professors, and so on. They are constantly writing papers. And I told Mr. President, if you want to invite me to come and make presentations, do you have 1 hour? He said, no, I have only 15 minutes. I said to him, I have passed the level of this publication to be promoted. I am unpromotable. So I need time to connect. But people who want promotion, they are right. And when you go to engineering class, Nigerians, some of them have got patents. We are producing wonderful stuff. So many of these are all produced by Nigerians. You go to innovation. We have produced Nicosan, the most potent sickle cell anemia management drug in the world. We know. We have produced this Mysomate. You drink it only once and ulcer will die. It's Nigerian. We have produced technologies that you can use very, very quickly, millions and millions of it. In fact, even this COVID immediately hit. Look at that, it's Nigerian. We designed tunnels of different types. We adopted available technology to spray our roads and vegetation, even individual ones. Even Keke Napep has been adopted to spray, to do. We have done all this hand washing stuff and so on and so forth. So really, when you survey Nigeria within the bandwidth of science, technology, innovation, we are everywhere. We are the highest of technology. We are down to even the traditional. But then you start asking yourself, the same country that has this will report that 70% of Nigerians are living in rural areas. And you know rural areas in Nigeria? Rural areas in Nigeria are not very nice areas, because despite the innovations in Nibri, despite all the housing technology produced in University of Ibadan and Maiduguri, these are how Nigerians are living. This is how children go to school. When they get to the school, this is how they sit. Some academics will tell you that Nigeria can export timber. We cannot produce tables and chairs for our children. This is how majority of the rural people drink water. Some of the lucky ones have got boreholes, and with even our leaders, senators, House of Reps, and so on, boast that I have dug a borehole, a well in my community. It's very sad, and we are there. This is in Abuja. These are the water boards in most of the areas. When you talk of farming, from Bayelsa to Maiduguri, despite all of us here, agri-engineers carrying fellowship, Korean registration, and so on, these are the agri-engineers that takes care of rural farming, people who are feeding us. That is why this is their combined harvesters. And then we start making noise that agriculture is the largest employer of labor. Well, these are the executive directors and these are the MDs of that employment. And that's why their products are like that. Okay? And, oops, my friend. So, and when you come to processing, all these papers and the fellowship and so on and so forth, we process manually. Cassava, I have counted. There are more than 310 full professors of cassava technology in Nigeria. I studied it. But yet, with some of them with fellows, NSE, some of them with fellow Academy of Engineering, some of them are Korean registered and so on. But cassava has remained mostly manually planted, manually harvested, manually processed, and manually eaten. It's sad. So you go to supermarkets in rural areas, this is it. And then when you establish institutions like NDE, SMEDAN, and so on, they are working very hard, implementing programs of government. This is the level. Plantain fryers, Keke Napep operators, vulcanizers, tailors. Go and look at their database. That is what you see. You don't see people who are inventing, making, and creating drones to actually go and check farms and spray things to kill mosquitoes. So, but you see, it's not that Nigerians don't know what good things are. We are very greedy for good things. We can now take pictures in Lagos and say, this bridge is in Lagos. I was Director General of NOTAP. Not one single atom of the technology on this bridge has come from Nigeria. It is totally a European know-how. You go to everybody here eats Maggi in different forms, and you will even say Nestle, Nigeria. Maggi comes from soybeans. We eat 8,000 cubes, 8 million cubes every day, but 100% of even the fermentation technology comes from Europe. You go to Procter & Gamble in Agbara, all their products, 100% of the technology comes from Europe, America. Then you go to Pizza Castle, they have spent more than 150 years in Nigeria. We are not able even to feed that company with raw materials, not to talk of to produce products. And so all these things are there. The list is very long. But then how come that Nigeria, which is on vibrant science, technology, and innovation, but this country literally and arrogantly is boasting of high poverty, high unemployment, weak social services, insecurity everywhere? Why? We have to ask this question. The reason I can tell you is that, yes, we have science, but the science is facing a different direction. Yes, we know technology. The bit of people doing technology, they are facing a different direction. And yes, not that we don't know innovation. The people who are involved in creating bits and pieces are not connected to industry. They are facing, everybody is doing, and I'm telling you, some of you know, in your organizations, including universities, you spend more time fighting with professionals rather than trying to do things because of this. And what we don't know is that it's not because you don't have knowledge or technology or innovation. You must understand that in this world, to survive and pick your people up, there's a value of death between your people and this know-how that we have. And it is a challenge to actually cross this. Now, how do we deploy these engineering skills and competencies to address these things? And so I'll just take one, Mr. Chairman, and I will run through. I will not take the others. You will get the paper. There's no intellectual property. You can copy it. You can use it. You can call me. You can do anything. It's free. But I will take insecurity, for example. So what do we do to overcome all this? We must resolve from today, for some of you who are new fellows, and for some of us who are old fellows, our father is here. We must resolve to turn the arrows to say, hey, Nigerian science, come back. You must become Nigerian technology. And put together, you must innovate in Nigeria, create jobs and so on and so forth. We must continue with this type of fora to continue to press these ecosystems until they overlap. That overlap there you see is the destination that everybody is looking for. So that what you study in your head, all should become solutions to your problems. And it is employing people, making people to know you and so on. For some countries, this Venn diagram is just one circle. They don't study something if it is not useful to them. And whatever they know, they must turn it into a solution. And then whatever is solution, they are making the economy big because they're employing their people, they're selling it to other people. That is not what we are spending our time. Some technology for us does not have science. Go to some of the research institutions. They will show you a table like this, but you say, let me get the drawings. They will say, what drawing? Somebody just cut the thing and bang it together and weld it together and it's working, it's breaking coconuts and so on and so forth. What is the science? What is the oil content that is coming out and so on? They will not tell you. Why? Because it's technology without science. So this Venn diagram tells you what to do. So it is only when you press these three that you have now created a bridge and your knowledge will move to solve your socio-economic problem. So let's go to these social challenges and see how this goes. I will just take insecurity. 2 minutes, I will finish. You see, I checked on the internet. I see where Nigeria is on global terrorism and insecurity index. We are number 3. And this implication of this is that if you are coming from Europe, even before COVID, you go to the European Commonwealth Office where they advise you, you want to invest in Nigeria. They give you this map. This map, the key is like this. The red bit in the north is, you are advised against all travel. Don't go to this area because they will kill you. They are killing each other there. So the man will shiver and say, oh, I will not go there. The yellowish or amber color, they say advise against all, but essential travel. So they'll tell you that unless if your mother is dying, don't go to these areas too, you will die. And then the greenish, the lucky ones, they say, see our travel advice before traveling. So literally, because we have not managed to study ourselves, conceive solutions, and solve it, this is how the world sees us. We are totally a dangerous people. So let us pick the Northeast where it is very dangerous. That's it. I mean, this is just because I'm from Adamawa State, so naturally I picked Northeast. I would have picked North Central because of Tume, but he did not, he's not nice to me, so you will not see Benue State in this. Anyway, and more so, President too is from Borno. So you see the Northeast, this is a region that has suffered the effects of insurgency. It has large volume of internally displaced persons in many, many camps. It has large number of out-of-school children. It is the region with the highest poverty incidence. It has large and exploding young population. The average is 17 years, and so on and so forth. But this same region, look at the opportunities there. Livestock, if you want to count all the cows, hundreds slaughtered in Lagos every day, 90% of them come from the Northeast. The grains, this from Nestle and so on, and using soybean, most of it comes from the Northeast. Fresh water, you can even see it is flooding people. It's not salt water. Fresh water will come and flood people, and then in 3 months, they don't have water to drink. The flood has come, carried houses away, and then and so now we even discovered oil and gas. So now, and this region, as engineers, as Nigerians, we also dream to make sure that they are peaceful, they are united, they are stable economically, they are developed, then they're modernized and industrialized. How can you achieve this when this is the region that has got the most dangerous record? I think for me, today, you are fellows, the president is a Kanuri man. Many of you are Igbos, Yorubas, Fulani people, and so on and so forth. I think this society, or Nigerian Society of Engineers, with its own cosmopolitan nature, should radiate this national interest. When we do things, we should do it in the national interest. Because if we don't do it, there's something that we have to understand. Don't sit in Lagos thinking, this is Maiduguri people. Or you sit in Yenagoa, this is Maiduguri people. Because a danger to one is a danger to all. You've seen it. Osmosis of effects and challenges. When the pressure is too much in Borno, there will be a hole that will emerge in Enugu. Youthfulness and high mobility. People are young. They will leave their parents. You can see even the Almajiris. They are 5 years old. They've already left home. Not to talk of 10, 15 years old. You know, and so on and so forth. So is it possible that we, in this society and affecting others, we will think out of the box and engender unity and deliberately link engineering to our socio-economic problem by launching what I call as One Nigeria Engineering Projects. When we see problems, we all of us come to that. So the One Nigeria solution is, if Nigerians we really care, we will note all this. So I look back to Northeast. I say, is it possible that this Northeast we will do something and make sure the environment on that map changes to join the others, so that we are not just don't go there, but now we are advised to go after, when it is essential. We work hard again. We make that Northeast agree with all the others so that we can be able to say we are all at the same. In fact, it's possible for us just to remove all the color and say that you can travel anywhere in Nigeria if you want. It is safe, it is prosperous, and so on. Can we do that? So, and I said, I conceived this project, the Northeast Economic Corridor. It's just a concept. The Northeast is made out of 6 states. And believe you me, if you are coming from Jos by road and you hit Bauchi, immediately you hit Bauchi, it's a roundabout. If you go left, you go to Yobe. The same road. And you continue on that road, you hit Maiduguri. Exactly one single road. You continue on that road, you come to Yola in Adamawa State. You continue on that road, you turn around, you go to Jalingo in Taraba State. You continue, you come to Gombe, and then you pop out at the same roundabout. It is actually a roundabout, it's a ring road. Only one road with all this wahala. Bandits are on this road. The road has potholes. Why? Because this is how it is. All those cows and the grains when we are taking it out, this is the road. It's very terrible. So I said, is it possible that we as engineers, we can create the critical infrastructure in this region to demonstrate that it can work? Is it possible that we can come together by lobby, by force, or by militancy, ensure that this single road becomes like this, just like this airport road, not one single road that people are honing all over the place. You know, on this road, there is no banditry on this road. On this road, you cannot put stones to steal. And I'm telling you, is it possible? Can we do this? Is it possible next to the road that you can put rail? Now we're crazy about railway. We put rail. So there's road like we see in Europe. You see a road, you see rail, and they're all running. So we put that on the road. Is it possible in this region of energy, see Mambila, see Kiri, see Dadinkoa, see solar energy, is it possible that we can put next to that rail a fantastic modern power transmission system to harvest all this power generated and transmit it? Is it possible to bury a fiber optic cable so that you can connect the place digitally and make sure that everything is modernized? Is it possible with all this flooding water, we can study it, conceive ways, and be able to put a canal near this road to make sure that all this flooding, immediately rain goes, engineers have worked, it finds its way to this canal, and it is running all over the place? Is it possible to even treat some of that water, bury 2-meter diameter pipes in the ground along that road and be able to distribute potable water for the whole region? And I'm telling you, if you do that, the Northeast has changed forever. Militancy will disappear. Poverty will disappeer. The people will be united because everybody. And employment, you have to bring Ghanaians again back to actually do that. And this is where the future is. And the Northeast will attain all those things that we are doing. And I'm telling you, if this road, if this railway, if this power, if this power comes, Bauchi will become a mega city. 5-10 million people living there. And you will not know who is a Yoruba man, who is an Igbo man, because of prosperity. Damaturu will become a mega city. Maiduguri will become a mega city. And certainly, Yola, my hometown, will become a mega city. You know, and so on and so forth. Then you will see quality human capital, because the institutions in this region and Nigeria has to change to actually make this work. You will see all year-round agriculture, because the canal is there. We'll be producing rice all the time. And you will see dairy, beef, and skin and hide industry. There will not be Fulani and herdsmen fighting because the system, and so on and so forth. But it is a closed loop. This is where Atume comes in. This will not work because we will just continue rotating like this, and you will start looking at us. The thing is that you need to open that economic loop and punch it. Therefore, you need further partnership to punch it to the sea. You need to bring in Benue. You need to bring in Cross River. When you do that, then now you can have the same kind of infrastructure up to Calabar Port. And then you would have changed Nigeria forever. Because with this corridor, oil and gas moving to the north, engineers have solved it. Beef moving from the north to the south, you have solved it. Water, fresh water moving to the north, you've solved it, and so on and so forth. And you would have seen that the engineers and the partners have declared and decided and deployed world-class infrastructure, effective north-south connectivity. You will not hear all this politics. No matter what politicians try to do, the technocrats have taken over and solved the problem. You will see quality and timely industrial import and export. You will see effective energy supply and utilization, technology exchange, and so on and so forth. But how do you do this? Not just engineering, of course. The way to do it is that there must be a deliberate regional policy and strategy first. I said, irrespective of political party, the governors must come together and showcase to everybody that they want this to happen. And they must produce a document that is guiding their development, 15-year master plan, produced 2022. In that document, you must have immediate, short-term, medium-term, and long-term things. And then you bring in the governors of Benue and Cross River. All the politicians have taken the data here. All the political wards with ward councillors, local government with the chairman, the senators, and so on. This is it. All these people must have a conference like this. We will call them. We will tell them that you have to be serious. Your politics must be useful. Lobby here at the federal and state level. And then we have to proceed to jointly implement it. And when they decide, they must agree and commission a technical feasibility study. Use Nigerian engineers, use Nigerian managers, use Nigerian finance people to produce a technical feasibility to say, yes, it's possible. Then prepare a bankable project document that is Nigeria. Don't bring Price Waterhouse Coopers. Don't bring all these people who will cut and paste from Singapore to Nigeria, Malaysia to, no. Go around with drones and aircrafts, fly over there, take soil samples, talk to people, and produce this document. Then in that document, put all the investment and the deployment models, all the PPPs, and then you would have decided on how to mobilize resources and technical partnership. Anything you need for that road, when you need metals, make sure you are rolling it in the Northeast or in Nigeria. When you need pipes, don't buy pipes from China. Cast it in Nigeria. If you need cables, make sure you draw it in Nigeria. This is the whole thing. And then you can construct and establish the whole thing. Now, the bureaucracy certainly will have to come because it has to happen. So I said, create and use a regional technical team. A lot of us should have to be part of that. Engage the Northeast Development Commission. Already the Northeast Development Commission is losing momentum. It's going off track. It is beginning to become a humanitarian organization. They are buying rice and blanket. They should leave this to NEMA. Let them consider this type of thing if they want to change that. Then you advertise and procure, use Nigerian companies, use Nigerian consultants, use Nigerian everybody, and then you can proceed to do that. And all this deliberate use of local content has to be there. And this is to do with the Northeast. And I'm sure if we come together, we can be able to deploy our know-how, our knowledge, and our zeal to come together to solve our social problem. Now, Mr. Chairman is showing me to stop. I have two others, but unemployment will take care of itself. I will just run over it and I will conclude with, you see, I put all these Nigerians, but I'm not going to, you can see in the slide, but I'll just run through and go to the last one, which will take me exactly 1 minute to stop. Now I have consumed 2 of my 3 minutes, remaining 1 minute, and I will finish. Okay. So out of school children, I want to conclude with that. This is a problem in Nigeria. And some people actually think it's Almajiris, they are Muslim. I did a survey. There are Christian children too now begging for, because it's free money and it is child. It is a problem everywhere. And you see the beauty about Almajiri thing. At 1.5 years, you are already learning a foreign language and even how to write it. There's no education like that now. But you know, it is taken to the back. And then by the time they reach 10, 12 years, this is how they are. They have nothing. They are still with that, with their Allah, and they don't have anything. They are 12 years now. Don't do anything. In the next 10 years, they will be 22. In the next 20 years, they will be 32. Wherever you are, they will find you. Okay? And you see them. They are everywhere. They know where you live anyway. They know your car. They know your number plate. And it is not only boys, girls too. So we carefully studied it and so on and so forth. There was some effort done before. That effort has not worked. It's still exactly the same thing. So I went to work myself. I went to all these Islamic schools and I sat there and I read it to make them comfortable to give me data. I looked at the plate and I said, this is a trademark. This is an industrial design. I cannot lose it because they are already built into the society. So I standardized one. I bought it. I took it to my house as an engineer. I have a small workshop there. I worked on it. And I'm telling you, in 2 months, I produced a new allo with an iPad on it. And this iPad has changed it. You now read the Quran digitally. But you are not just reading the Quran. I will now put skills onto that iPad. So when you read the Quran, you are tired, you can now even learn how to code software. You can learn how to repair things. And it is patented. So if your brain is working that you will just go now and start making this to sell it, you are in trouble because it's already protected. And I have taken it to the next level. I am doing the science of it. I am not going to use wood. We have studied polymer and then we're extruding the board to make a proper allo. And you can see it is forming up. We even worked it on all of it on how to do. You see us in China, we are manufacturing it. And soon it is going to come to Nigeria. We're going to have prototypes, and then we're going to find how to do. Already, some people saw this and they went straight to the Allah. They are doing it this way. And I believe that this is how engineering works. You have to take the highest level of engineering, drop it to the bottom. If this penetrates the system, I am telling you there's a point that you will reach. If you're looking for a highly technical chap to employ, it has to be an Almajiri because he has gone through all of that. So with all that, I hope I've introduced to you how you can deploy our skills, our know-how, our engineering to address our social challenges. I thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Please, once again, can we appreciate the guest lecturer, engineer Omar Buba Binder, FNSC, for this wonderful lecture. Let me invite the Deputy President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Tasu Sahad Gidari Wudil, FNSC, for a presentation of plaque of appreciation to our guest lecturer. Please, can we put our hands together for Engineer TSG Wudil?
Mr. President, sir, with your permission, on behalf of the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, this award is given to Engineer Dr. Omar Bindir, FNSE, Fellow of the Academy of Engineering, PhD. You can see what he has done for us. But we have another acronym for PhD. We call it permanent head damage. I'm sure he has demonstrated that he can damage our brain now. This is an award of excellence to you as the guest speaker at the 14th Conferment Fellowship Lecture with the theme, Deploying Engineering Solutions to Address Core Social Challenges in Nigeria. Special reference to insecurity, unemployment, and outcome of school children. Dated today, 15th September 2020. I think I'll crave your indulgence. We're going to break one of the protocols of COVID. We're going to shake hands. We have agreed, but we are still going to be within the protocol.
there's wind, there's a way. Now you can shake hands.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, Madam President, all the former president. May I please break protocol to request all the former presidents to come so that I can have the honor, and Madam too, to come and take a picture with my new degree, so that only God knows whether I will come and give you lecture again, but at least I will have a picture to put in my next presentation. Mr. President, sir, and Madam. Help me shift. Mr. Chairman, you are also part of it. You are part of as a president. Former president. Mr. President.
Where's Madam? Madam joined the.
Put this one aside. Can people help us to shift this? Finish it work. Yeah? Can do very carefully with the cables. All right. You will pay I'll be monitoring you.
Your Excellency. Yeah. Oh. Here we are going to put you. As you see. You want to laugh at you. You need to laugh. Okay, let's go. I hope it's not a political. I wonder, what is the implication of what we are doing? Actually, don't do that though. You're not sure. Benosi. Why is Benosi? Can you come and continue, please? Call the lady to.
Thank you very much. Quickly, let me invite Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Jumoke Eteriho, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, to respond on behalf of the new fellows. Please, can we put our hands together for her?
Thank you.
Okay, you can go. Okay.
The president of our humble society, Nigerian Society of Engineers, the deputy president, Engineer Tasudio, the past presidents, our elders, and the president of the spouses, the wife of our able president, and all our invited guests. We want to thank you very much for this honor you've done on us to witness this day and make it a reality. We appreciate you for coming. I want to say thank you very much. And as we go back, we ask for Johnny mercies, that God will take every one of you back to your destination. Thank you so much. We're grateful.
Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are winding up. And before we go to the next item in our program, let me announce that immediately after the program, we'll be having a group photograph. The president and all the new fellows and all our special guests and our past presidents. Please take note of that. We'll be having a group photograph, also with the members of the board of fellows. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to invite the chairman of the planning committee of this great event, Engineer Dr. Victor Oyenuga, fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, for the vote of thanks. Please, can we put our hands together for him?
Well, my job has been made simple. Our new fellow, our dear Dr. Elizabeth, and incidentally, that's the name of my second daughter, who is also a doctor, but medical doctor, has made my job very simple. And by saying thank you and thank you all. We want to appreciate the new fellows, because if they did not apply, if they are not qualified to be fellows, none of us will be here. So they are actually the one that we should thank for doing their best to make sure that they are qualified to be fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We want to thank the host, the wife, our past presidents, the members of the ESCO, as well as those of us who are on the board that are putting every effort, especially my committee members and those who have assisted in the executive, to make sure this day is a huge success. Tomorrow is another day with another set of people. We hope and pray that things will move more smoothly. There are one or two hitches, but we want to apologize for that, definitely we will get things sorted out. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank our indefatigable chairman who has been with us and who has given us the leadership so far. As we go to our various homes, I pray that the Spirit of the living God will be with each and one of us, guide us and return us safely tomorrow, and prepare us for the next assignment, which will be the 16th conferment by His grace. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
I think, can we take the photograph before we do the front front? Because once we do the front front recession,
which one here?
The recession.
No, but everybody will leave where we are.
Yeah, because we need to take the photograph so that once we do it,
just take the, or we just take the opening, the closing prayer.
I would have thought if we take the group photograph, we will now do the closing prayer. Or do we do the closing prayer first?
Use your discretion. Yeah, I do now.
Thank you very much. The chairman of the planning committee of this event, Engineer Dr. Victor Oyenuga, FNSC. We will be closing the program officially. When we close the program, we take the group photograph, then take the recession. We take the group, we close the program, take the group photograph, then we have the recession. so that once Mr. President recesses out, we can now retire to our various homes. Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this epoch-making and historic event. Once again, we say thank you to all of us for coming here. On that note, we have come to the end of this program. May we all rise for the closing prayer. Second stanza of our national anthem. Let's recite together as we say, O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true. Great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. The national anthem. Thank you very much. I remain yours sincerely, Engineer Ben O.C. Oko, FNSC, signing out. Please, we are going to take the group photograph now. Immediately after the group photograph,